the new Bond Bridge, which is now part of this Kansas City Skyline, there's nothing like this.
It'll be a landmark that we recognize Kansas City by.
The new bridge is going to provide uninterrupted traffic for about the next 100 years.
And this has exceeded our expectations by so much. It is really spectacular.
This piece of I-29 just north of downtown was originally built in the 50s. 2 lanes each direction, no shoulders, narrow, short, steep ramps. And with the development, more traffic, more industry, a lot of truck traffic going up and down those ramps really led to a lot of congestion and really a lot of accidents throughout this piece of interstate.
There's certain times of the day that that corridor gets pretty well jammed up. Generally in the evening, starting from about 4 o'clock to about 6 o'clock, it backs up very, very quickly. Any type of disruption, it's just running at capacity.
We really needed to find a way to move people and goods much more efficiently through the corridor.
So we needed a significantly wider structure. We could have built a twin, built another parallel river crossing, but in this case, it really proved more cost effective just to build a brand new bridge.
One of the project goals for the kcICON project was to engage stakeholders in the project and in our processes. First with the community advisory group, where they've actually been involved in our decision-making processes and have actually affected things that have happened on the project.
The community advisory group, I like to think, serves as the community's official voice to help inform the goals and values of the project. It's composed of representatives from a variety of stakeholder organizations from throughout the community, both downtown in the urban core and in suburban areas north of the Missouri River as well.
And I think the kcICON project is a real opportunity for us to significantly enhance our community, because it's going to be about more than just the functionality of getting across a river. It really is an opportunity for us as a community and as MoDOT as part of our state to express who we are and what's important to us, really a symbol for our community, a symbol for our future.
The Community Advisory Group acted as a cross-pollination tool, if you will, between MoDOT and the committees to the community itself. So they provided that connectivity, if you will, that communication on kind of what's going on.
Trying to get going was difficult because we would ask a question about what the bridge will look like. We don't know. What about the roads? What about the entrance and exits off I-35? That'll be up to the proposers, and we had a hard time adjusting to that. But once we got confidence in the MoDOT staff and the process, then it was easier. And again, around the table, you had a lot of people that are used to be decision makers, so they want to make decisions right away.
And the chemistry over a period of time really started to gel. We've got some really smart people. We've got some common sense people on this committee, a combination of both. We've got a few really good visionaries. And with MoDOT's help, they've pulled us all together into not a consensus on a particular bidder, but a consensus on what an iconic bridge structure might look like.
MoDOT trusts the community, trusts the committee that was appointed to help them communicate to the public, and I think that's hopefully will be a template for future MoDOT decisions on design-build projects.
Design-build is pretty new to MoDOT. It gives us an opportunity to hire one company to both design and construct whatever contract is needed. But it lets you bring in the perfect designers for a situation, brings in contractors that specialize in various pieces of work, and really lets you maximize the ideas, the efficiency, the budget, the needs and goals of the whole project.
To me, it is an absolute marvel what you can do with design build, because a lot of restraints that you would typically have are taken away, and you're allowed to do what we call outside the box thinking. You get innovative solutions, you get things done in a very, very quick manner.
We had a fixed amount of money. We put $245 million out on the table and asked these competing teams, what can you give us? What's the most you can give us? Instead of encouraging the cheapest, lowest price kind of approach to it, we wanted the smartest, fastest, most value-based solution to our corridor needs.
On a typical schedule for MoDOT, that would have taken us anywhere from 5 to 7 years or longer to build and construct, doing individual contracts. By doing this all at once with a local contractor, with local talent and staff, this was a project that was done in almost less than 3 years.
So we realized really early on the key is going to be to optimize the bridge itself from a functional standpoint, but at the same time give the community what they were looking for in terms of a landmark structure. And so our first challenge was from a practical design standpoint, how can we narrow up the bridge to be the minimum footprint to be able to reduce its cost and then save money to invest in the rest of the corridor.
So design build allows us to design a project in a quick manner. Got comments from the contractor, got comments from MoDOT, incorporated those into our design and kept moving along through final design. The contractor was able to go out and get started. So he was starting on this bridge and the roadway before the final design of the bridge was done. So that is where the speed comes into play for design build.
We had a joint venture team, 3 contractors, Clarkson, Massman, and Kiewit, who had never worked together before. It was all new to everybody, and everybody had different backgrounds, different expectations, and the big challenge was to mesh all that together to work as one good oiled machine. And it took some time, because change is always difficult for people to adapt to. And this was a change, people outside their comfort level, their element. The construction workforce trades is an aging group, and before long the key journeymen are going to be retiring. Therefore, we need to get new young people trained and skilled to replace these journeymen as they are retiring. The way to do this is through this OJT program.
You know, MoDOT listened to the community and we heard what they had to say, and frankly we agreed with what they had to say. It's helping to change people's lives. We could bring people in and not just give them a job, something short term, but actually something they could turn into a long-term career, you know, where they benefit, their families benefit, the community benefits, and certainly MoDOT and the construction industry reaps the benefits about having an expanded and diverse and strengthened workforce.
The OJT program has a number of benefits for individuals. It creates an opportunity for those who have been underutilized in the past, for those to become a part of a project like this. On this project, I've heard some excellent reports in terms of how they're being treated, and they're very satisfied with what's going on this project.
I was curious for over a year, and when I finally got in it, I said I'm gonna take full advantage of it, and that's what I did. Like I said, I didn't know how to do anything whatsoever. Like, I came from a bank to this, so I had no clue on how to operate anything. But coming in and just being determined, that's what really pushed me, determination and willing to learn. Get out there, practice when you can, and like I said, I'm going on my 2nd year, and I wouldn't go back to banking.
It's wonderful, man. I got a good group of guys, you know, they've been through it. They have experiences that I really haven't done, so they kind of suggest things to you. You try it, and you know, you might find it easier to help you out throughout your day or whatever. I love it. That's all I can say. I know I keep saying that, but it's really true. And you know, my kids are really why I'm here. You know, and when they send me to school and everything, I come home with my certificates and my kids love it. And I'm just basically setting a good example for them, letting them know that this is out here for us. Take care of your community, it'll take care of you.
I was looking for a job, and I went to the hall because I heard about it. So I went to the apprenticeship school, and I was like, I want to sign up to apprentice. I said, I'm really interested in it. And you just basically start from square one and build your way up. And they say it's a man's job, but I mean, women can do just about anything a man could do. So we gotta go out there and prove them wrong.
A project this size makes me feel a little nervous because it is my first project and it's so big and it's so much to learn, but at the same time, it's a good experience because when I go somewhere else that'll be a smaller project, I feel like I'll be way above it. After this job, I plan on moving up. Just keep working and working and working and moving up as far as I can go.
This is magnificent. What a great concept.
Exciting.
Wonderful, wonderful operation, wonderful execution too, and the speed of it is truly remarkable. We congratulate MoDOT, the contractors, the designers, everybody involved has made this come together, and the community supported it. Perfect operation. This is a fitting conclusion and a celebration. Great work by everybody involved.
And being part of the project team, it's the best thing since night baseball and sliced bread, I guess. I've enjoyed it immensely, and one of the reasons you enjoy things like this is the people you work with kind of have the same attitudes and skills you have, and everybody's talented, and it's a lot of fun to work with a talented group of people.
It's something that I don't think that I'll have another opportunity to be involved in something this iconic to the Kansas City area, born and raised here. It's not every day that we redo a major river bridge and put up something as pleasing as what we put up.
It is going to be a dramatic gateway between these two communities. It'll actually be an experience just to drive across the bridge. So for the surrounding area, it's going to be a landmark bridge. It will be something that the next time we have a football game or a baseball game and the blimp is here, they will most certainly show this bridge on TV, so it'll be known nationwide.
Not only the bridge, but also the improvements of the roadway that we're giving to the public. We're giving them more roadway, less congested. We made improvements on ramps, interchanges, as far as the safety components of the job, and completing the job ahead of schedule is something that we're all proud of.
Somebody says or asked me one time, what do you personally get out of this, being on this job? And I'd like to say the best individual reward that anybody gets out of this job is just the fun of doing it. It's absolutely a fun job to be on.
I think this project can be a model for other similar type projects in the state where you need community buy-in on an upfront basis rather than in the aftermath. And I think having community advisory committee, and not only on issues like design, but on traffic control and timing and publicity, we had a positive influence on the whole project.
Working on this project gave me a real sense of pride, and being able to deliver such a fantastic project for the people of Missouri was a really wonderful experience. And I have two small children that will grow up using the signature bridge that we constructed on the project, and I'm so proud to be able to take my kids down to the bridge and show it to them and say that Mom helped build this project.
I think I got a huge privilege of watching MoDOT as an organization, watch employees as professionals come together with the community, working together. I saw the community come to trust MoDOT, MoDOT actually wanting to listen and deliver better, higher value for the public. I saw the people out there working every day in the heat and in the cold, loving what they were doing. I think for hundreds, if not thousands of people that somehow touch this project on a daily basis, this is probably a lifetime achievement.